Mrs. M from the Children's Library at Upper Darby Library, Sellers Branch. Welcome to our craft club. Today the craft we're going to be making is a Halloween eyeball wreath. This is what they look like, or yours can look a little bit different, but this gives you an idea of what they look like. As you know, there are lots and lots of wreaths out there. A lot of them have flowers or leaves on them, but ours is a little different. We're going to use pictures of eyeballs to make it a little bit ghoulish and fun for Halloween. If you have already picked up your craft package, materials package at the library, that's great. You can make your project along with me today, or if you haven't, please stop by the library. In the packet, we have a page of pictures of eyeballs, which we're going to cut out later and use on the wreath. And then in your package, you'll also have 2 pages, which are the base, basically, of the wreath, and we'll be cutting those out later as well. The package will also have a piece of yarn enclosed, which you'll be able to use as a hanger if you want to hang your wreath when you're all finished. As I said, if you haven't picked it up already, please stop by the library and get a packet so that you can make the craft. In addition to the packet, you are going to need your scissors to do the project. Also, a glue stick, if you have one, or if you would prefer, you can use white glue or glue dots. Any type of glue will work. And you'll need a little bit of tape as well. So, not a lot of ingredients for this project, but all right, so our next step is to get started. Okay, so our first step is to make our circular base. What we're going to do, we're going to start by cutting out, we have to cut out 2 sheets of our circular base. So, as I said, on the sheet you'll see the circle, there's 2 circles. We're going to cut out around the outside circle, and then we're going to cut out the middle. And you're just going to use your scissors like you do to cut out anything. Go around the outside of the big circle, and then when you get to the inner circle, you can be very, very careful and pinch it a little bit, like I did there, and you make a little hole, and then it makes it easier to cut out the inside circle. One thing that I have found that works to make it easier is to sort of make pie shapes. If you go in and cut pie shapes in here, then it's easier to pick up the shape and cut it out, like I'm doing here. But whatever works for you as far as cutting out the center. So you're going to cut around the outside, you're going to cut out the center, and you're going to end up with this, like this. It's a circle, and you're going to do both of these. And then our next step is to glue one of these on top of the other to make it a very stable base. So I'm going to match them up as best I can. Lay them down, one on top of the other. Now pick the one up, and I'm going to put my glue on the upper side of the bottom one. Put plenty of glue on like that, the whole way around, because you want to make sure it holds. And then I'm going to put my other one right on top of it, just like that. And what I will end up with then is a double. It's sturdier, and that gives us a sturdy base then to make our wreath. Okay, so once you've done that, then you have your base to start the wreath. Now your next step will be to cut out the pictures of the eyeballs. As I said, you have 16 large eyeballs and 32 small ones. So you can use as many or as few as you like. Again, you're going to cut them out around the outside of the whole eyeball. Same thing for the big one and for the small one. So that what you're going to end up with, again, you're using your scissors. Be careful when you're using the scissors. You're going to end up with big eyeballs that look like this. And then your tiny ones that look like that. So, as I said, 32 small ones, 16 large ones, Does take a little while to cut out all the eyeballs, so be patient with yourself. And as I said, cut out as many as you want to use. And then the next step after you have your eyeballs cut out is to figure out your pattern. Now when I did mine, you can see I sort of overlapped them. I have some of them, some places I have little ones on top of the edges of the big ones. Other places I have a big one over top of the edges of the small ones. You can do it any way you like. Or you could put them side by side if you wanted to. You can leave space in between them if you wanted to and put a small one like that. So a lot of different options. So it's whatever you like. Once you have figured out your pattern, then you're going to take your glue stick and pick up the eyeball and put the glue on the back of the eyeball and then glue it down onto your wreath base. And you continue that until you get all the eyeballs on there that you want. And then you have your finished wreath. So then the next step after that, if you would like to hang your wreath, if you don't want to hang your wreath, you're all finished. But if you'd like to hang your wreath, then take the length of yarn that you have and fold it in half. And see what I did here. Fold it in half. And then I'm going to tie a knot in the one end. If you have trouble tying knots, ask your parent or maybe a bigger sister or brother to help you with a knot. Alright, so then I have my hanger all ready, and now all I'm going to do is tape it. Use a couple pieces of your tape and just tape it onto the back of the wreath like that. And then that will hold it in place so that you're all ready to you're all finished and you're ready to use this as a Halloween decoration. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have fun doing the project and have a happy Halloween.